Hi, welcome to the Shelby Bottoms Nature Center. My name is John Michael Cassidy. I'm the manager at the Nature Center. This land was first purchased in the late 90s, opened to the public in 1997. The whole entire greenway and protected area is about 1,000 acres with about 7 miles of paved paths, 6 miles of natural paths. And the Nature Center that you see behind us is based off a barge and has a theme of water, which many green features in the Nature Center and on the Nature Center's campus highlight. We are an Earthcraft certified facility. 3 of the other Nature Centers that opened around 2008 were also included in a governor's award for sustainable design. We offer programming in regards to environmental education, projects with local scouts, local schools, and local research projects. And we offer amenities on campus, such as organic gardening, beehives, and other means to enjoy this natural area. We're located in a floodplain next to the Cumberland River in what was originally bottomland forest. Its most recent history, I would say, was former ag land, and there was a couple portions that had heads of cattle. Our hopes are it will transition back to bottomland forests over time, and we will stop at a couple other highlighted areas that we manage for mixed meadows, grasslands, and wildflower areas. All right, if you guys are ready, we're gonna head out on the bike tour. Okay, we're at our first stop, the River Overlook, which is about a quarter mile from the Nature Center, located along the Shelby Bottoms Greenway paved path. It's accessible and it's quite close to the Nature Center, and it has great opportunity for visibility on the river if you don't take some of the natural trails. You can hear some of the human impacts of the area across the river. On our side, it's mostly floodplain. Going into Shelby Hills and Shelby Park, which is a little bit different in topography. To your left, my right, is an old structure that's in the middle of the river that is a intake for the water treatment facility, which is just downstream, which started in 1889 as a pump station, and it pumped water to the 8th Avenue Reservoir. Both places are still in working order today, and both places are the National Historic Registered places. Also, we like to talk a little bit about the Cumberland River, maybe some things that you could see, a source of recreation, a source of connection to other places in the city and to other greenways via kayaking, canoeing, so on and so forth, recreational opportunities. Some of the wildlife that we might see, even here with field trips, great blue herons, river otters, belted kingfishers, and also an array of migratory birds as well. Hello, we're at our next stop, which is what we call the Zigzag Bridge, or Beaver Wetlands. We're standing over a naturally occurring wetland in the park, which is aided by a boardwalk. Before our stop, we just saw 3 bald eagles, 1 adult male, so I have my binoculars out. Just checking on a few other things that kind of make this area unique. We wanted to talk a little bit about the relationship with wildlife and what we have managing our natural resources and for sources of recreation as well. We've partnered with the United States Department of Agriculture and their wildlife technicians to aid in what we would call beaver management. So we do have active beavers in the park, and many in this area right here. We'll get some footage and highlight some areas, some trees that that beavers have knocked down or chewed. on, and it's created some habitat. A lot of things what we would ask students or a group is a dead tree actually dead, or can it provide somewhat of a habitat? And it can. There's wood ducks that we just saw before we walked up. There's egrets. There's all types of animals that are drawn to this wetland area. And speaking about our relationships with beavers and managing resources and hosting people to recreate, we have, if you've seen in the park, some mechanisms at some of their dams in the park that alleviate some of the flooding issues that are associated with beaver dams. However, as you see that beautiful pipevine swallowtail fly right by, there's many unique species that you can see in the park, including buttonbush behind me, cardinal flower that we just saw, and it's quite an attractive place to visit. All right, we're at our next stop. This is the observation tower, which is also located on the 1 mile loop. We can see a little bit of the extent of this mixed managed meadow and grassland area. Just to my right, as you can hear those crows calling, is the Beaver Wetlands that we just came from the Zigzag Bridge area. Behind me to the left, your right, will be what's called Hidden Pond, also just off the 1 mile loop. There's a lot of nice seasonal wetlands in this backdrop here, and we manage it for grasslands, native grasslands, and wildflowers. It is full of bloom with boneset right now, and dogbane, and goldenrod is just starting to kind of pick up right now, but full of pollinators, full of birds, full of wildlife, a great place to see some open expanses. A little bit of contrast to where we were. We manage some meadows, and on the edge of the properties or just certain areas would be more bottom hardland or hardwood bottom forests, bottomland forests that would be more evident in this area or historical. All right, well, on to our next stop. We've arrived at our last stop, the Cumberland River Pedestrian Bridge. This is the first pedestrian bridge in Nashville. It joins East Nashville to Donaldson and Hermitage, and is literally a bridge between two communities. It's part of the Stones River Greenway and Shelby Bottoms Greenway, which meets to make the Music City Bikeway. There's over 100 miles of greenways in Nashville. We encourage you to visit your local park and greenway. Please stop by the Shelby Bottoms Nature Center, check out a program, ask for a map, talk to a naturalist, and we hope to see you guys soon.